Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 introduced a lot of new cool things to the game. The pendulum mechanic, new archetypes, a great story, great music. But the best thing they introduced had to be my boy Shun Kurosaki. Bro, this man is so cool. Honestly, he should have been the MC of Arc 5, all I'm saying, bro. Everything about him was just dope. Really cool design, extremely cool voice actor, really cool backstory, really cool archetype with monsters, and just overall, just a good player. Every time he was on screen dueling, it was always a good duel, no matter what. Whether he won or lost, doesn't matter. So today I'm going to show you guys my Raidraptor deck. And I'm not going to lie, I've been cooking a little bit with this deck. I have been cooking. I have played this deck since it came out. Now, I know you guys keep hearing me say that, but it's true. I've played this deck when we got 3 Vanishing Lanius, 1 Raidraptor's Nest, and the 1 Rise Falcon. And I was in there, bro. So anyways, I'm going to show you guys the main deck, the extra, and the side. Just, again, look at these nice sleeves. I've had these for years. Anyways, let's get to it. I think this is the best build ever. People don't really play this anymore. I still do though. This deck is it. This deck is cool. Think of, it's not as cool as like ninjas or anything, because ninjas are definitely more consistent, but like this is like a top contender. Anyways, main deck. 3 Tribulanius. This is the best. This is a 1 card exceed. So what this card does is during the main phase when this turn is summoned, you can Foolish Burial any Raidraptor card from your deck to the graveyard. His other effect doesn't really come up where he destroys the monster by a battle. You can add a rank up card. Is it from the deck, I think? Yeah, from your deck to your hand. But if you do that, you go into a Raidraptor monster this turn. So that effect never comes up. You may use him for the Foolish Burial effect. You go normal summon. Response to normal summon, no. Effect Foolish Burial, you send Mimicry. Or Mimicry, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, runners of 3, that's the best one. They are all winged beasts, by the way. Second best is obviously 3 Vanishing Lanius. I think Vanishing Lanius is pretty cool. All he does is summon a Raidraptor monster from your hand, and it's not once per turn. So I can go normal summon this effect, special this, effect, special this, effect, special. Like, that's how the card works. This card, I'm sure I don't got like a super or anything like that. So, but yeah, we need more support though. I'm gonna be honest. Next, one of the new ones is Strange Lanius. This guy is actually really sick. He is a extender. He replaces Fuzzy. You don't play Fuzzy because Fuzzy locks you into Raidraptor cards only, or monsters, so you play this instead. This guy, the only thing is he locks you into Darks for the turn. So the only thing you can't do is Zeus. But other than that, he's really good. So if you control a Dark monster on your field, you can just summon him for free. But if you do, you're locked into Darks. And his other effect is if you control a Exceed monster, I think it has material, I think. Yeah, a Dark Exceed monster with material. You can target 1 Raider monster in your graveyard, but summon it back to the field. Effects are negated. So if you have a 4-Strix, and you search this out with 4-Strix, you can just summon this, bring something back, and then you're good to go from there. So he is one of the best extenders in the deck. Next, I'm only running 2 Mimicry. Before, I'd ran this at 3, because, you know, you want to Foolish Burial this, whatever. But because we got a lot of new support, you don't need to run this guy at 3. He has 2 effects. The first effect does actually come up here and there. So what he does is he can make himself and all the Raidraptor monsters you control gain 1 level, so they'll all be level 5. His main effect is in the graveyard. When he's in the graveyard, you can banish him for cost. To search for a Raidraptor card from your deck and add it to your hand. So this gets you a lot of plays. You don't run it at 3 because, like, there's like, you have a lot of search and draw power in this deck. Well, how I built it. So I don't think 3 of this is needed. You know what I mean? So I think just 2 is fine. If you want to run 3, you can, but I don't think you really need 3 because, like, Tribute will only really be sending him half the time. Well, I'm lying because I got some tech cards in here. You're going to be like, this is sick. Next, 2 Raiders Wing. This card is very sick. He's always treated as a Phantom Knight and a Raidraptor monster, so he's really good. He has 2 effects. His main effect is if he's in your hand or graveyard, you can detach a Exceed monster material to summon him to your field. And his other effect is if you use him for Exceed summon, the monster, the Exceed monster that's used cannot be targeted by effects. So you make a monster, like you make like a Exceed dragon, what's it called? A Dark Rebellion, right? You rank that up again into a bigger thing. It can't be targeted, so it's you use it too. Now for the 1-ups, you play the 1 Singing Lanius and the 1 Pain Lanius. Again, they're all searchable, so if you control an Exceed monster, summon this for free. Target a bird monster you control, or sorry, Raidraptor monster you control. Summon this and take damage equal to its attack or defense, whichever is lower. And then this card gains its level. So if you have a 4, let's say I have this, I summon this, I take 100, it's level 4 now. You can Exceed. You used to play this at 2, but playing it at 1 each is really good because, like I said, it's all searchable. Plus, you play a lot of cards that can do damage. So that's it for the main deck monsters. Cards you have to play, just 3 Ash. This card, you play this for a couple reasons, but why it's the best card in the format right now, best Handtraps. So the reason why you play Ash is because I literally play 1, 2, 3. You have to play this in here. If your Wise Tricks does not go off, you pretty much lose. So you have to play this in here, bro. You have to. So, yeah, 3 cross out. Like, without this card in here, this deck wouldn't be able to function. It's already hard enough to function in this meta, being honest, but, like, yeah, you need to play that. For the draw cards, 3 Allure and 2 Wing Requettal. I think these cards are sick. I was going to run Pot, but I go through my extra deck too much to actually run Pot, so I think these are good replacements, and they're not, and Allure isn't one for turn, so Requettal is, but, you know. So what it does is if you control 2 Wing Beast monsters, you can pay 800, and then you just draw 2 cards. Simple as that, so. And we all know what Allure does. Those are your draw cards. I guess more draw cards, technically, is the 2 Talents. I think Talents is really good in here. I think Talents is really good in this format, so why not run Talents? I would actually run Thrust, but I don't have enough room to put Thrust in here. I would have to take up the Requettal to actually run Thrust, but it's like, that's up to you. I don't think you need to. I don't think Thrust is needed like that, but I just think Thrust is really good, though. So just 2 tactics for sure. Now for the rank ups. Running 2 Phantom Knights, rank up Magic. This card is broken. This gets you into a lot of your big board. This can get you into Ulti Falcon. This gets you into your Dark Rebellion stuff. This gets you into your Blaze Falcon. This gets you into so many things, bro. It's so good. It's searchable. It's settable. You can get to it easily. Yeah, just 2 of those is good. You don't need 3. Now, for the card that makes this deck so much better, bro. I am running 2 Overlaid Network. This card came out recently at Maze of Memories, and I read this card, and I'm like, yo, why is no one running this card? This card is sick. So what it does, it has 2 effects. I'm going to read it off to you. You can either take one of the following effects. Target 1 face-up monster you control, special summon 1 monster with the same level from your hand or graveyard in defense, but it negates its effects. You cannot special summon monsters for the extra deck to turn into instead for XYZ monsters. So that's the first effect, right? You make so many plays with this. The second effect is you can target 1 Exceed monster you control, add 1 card attached to it to the hand. So let's say you have a 4 Strix on your field. You want to take a thing off, you can take it off and then add it to your hand. So this is really good. So this card opens up so many plays. So you could literally go summon Tribute Lanius effect, send Strangle or whatever you want. Or, no, you could send Raider's Wing, right? Activate this, bring this back, overlay, right? And keep this on your 4 Strix, so now he can't be targeted. He can still be ashed, but this opens up so many plays for this deck. There was a time where he imperms my Tribute Lanius, so then I just overlay networked. I brought something back from the hand or graveyard, and then we're good to go. That's it for that. The 1-ups, the 1 Nest, the one Called by the Grave, and the one Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial is also a one card, not a one card combo, but like it helps out with the tribute. So you run 4 Tribulate Aces. Called by to help to pair with your cross out, and you have to run Nested one. Nest is too good. It's your recursion. It searches, it recurs. Nested one. Nest to one. For the traps, 3 Imperm. This Imperm. And the last traps I am running the one Phantom Knight's Claw, and I am running Readiness. These cards are sick. They're both searchable. They're both dumpable. So Readiness is really good. It's for time pretty much. So on activation, your monsters can't die by a battle. Your Raidraptor cards, right? Its second effect, which is actually very broken, you can do it on the same turn. You can banish this from your graveyard. If you have a Raidraptor monster in your graveyard, you take no damage this whole turn. So you take no effect damage and you take no battle damage this entire turn. So I run this because it's very good for like time. Plus, it's a good side out card if you want to. So what this does is it negates monster effects if you have a XE monster with the material. You just detach it. The second effect doesn't really come up if you detach I think it's a Raidraptor monster. Or Dark Exceeds. The monster you control gains the attack. So it's really, really, really good. You can pair this with like Ulti Falcon, and you're good to go from there. So that is it for the main deck. That's a solid 40 cards. Extra deck. Extra deck is really cool. Very, very cool. 2 Wise Tricks and the 1 Rusty. That's all you need. Bring Rusty back to 3, bro. He doesn't do anything, in my opinion. But yeah, you need this is the best card. This starts off every combo in your entire deck. You need this to go off. If this does not go off, you do not play the game. So that's why you run 3 crossouts and the 1 Called by the Grave. So if they get past that, then hey, bro, I don't know what else to tell you. Exceeds just 2 Force Tricks. You don't need 3. I still have my secret ones actually. Pretty cool. 2 Force Tricks. This searches out any Winged Beast monster. I don't run Zephyros. You don't need to run Zephyros like that. You could if you wanted to. I mean, I might put him in. I think he makes a good combos and stuff. But yeah, I just think 2 of these are fine. The 1 Raiders Knight and the 1 Dark Rebellion. These are for your combos for the rank ups and whatnot. For the 5s, the Blaze Falcon. I put it back in here. He is really, really, really good versus like Kashtira. So what he does is you can detach a material from this and pop off of some of the monsters your opponent controls, and then burn them for 500 for each one popped. His other effect is he can attack directly, and when he does damage to you, you can pop a monster on the field. So you can go summon him, enter battle, attack directly, pop a card, main phase 2, make a Zeus. This is crazy. I think Blaze Falcon is really good to be played in this deck again. And I have the Arc Rebellion packages. You have to play it. You don't have to play it. I think it's still good to play though. It's too good. Negate everything. OTK. Setup. So I go for this turn 2. This turn 1 with a setup. So like the full combo in here is crazy. For 6s, I am running the 1 Air Raid. For 7s, the 1 Arsenal. For 8s, I am running the 1 Satellite. Satellite's very good. And the 1 Ulti Falcon and the 1 Zeus. These are your big guys. Zeus, we know what Zeus does. This is his towers. Satellite is very good because on summon, he destroys all spell and trap cards your opponent controls, and your opponent cannot respond to this effect. So if you go your spell card to summon this, and if they say it's okay, and you summon this, you activate effect, they cannot respond to this. So everything just gets blown up. So like they can't strike it, they can't Veiler, they can't do anything to respond to this effect. His other effect is he can like lower monster attack, which is pretty cool. But yeah, like he's very good. Arsenal gets you into Zapdos, and Raid is just a good board clear or a monster clear. So if they have a face up a Rise Heart, you can just summon the Raid and then pop. Now for the side deck, self-explanatory. We do side the 2 Nib because we do main deck the crossouts. We don't like Nib, but I still have to respect it in this deck because, like, I don't want any kind of, like, interruptions for my stuff to, like, not go off, aka Y-Strix. So, for board breakers, Lightning Storm because board breaker, that cannot break boards. I am actually siding the 1 Revolution. Revolution Force is really good. So it has 2 effects. On your turn, you can rank up one of your Exceed monsters. You know, that's cool. But on your opponent's turn, if they control a Exceed monster with no material, you can take it and rank it up. Now, what's one Exceed material that's always on the field nowadays? A Rise Heart. And a Rise Heart is rank 7. When it has, if it has 3, if it uses it, when it uses its effect to detach to do its thing, you activate this, and you take it. And then you rank up into Satellite Cannon Falcon, bro. That's crazy. So I just side the 1. It's really, really cool. I've done it once, and the guy was just like, all right, bro, you know? Last card I am siding, Dimensional Barrier, Rivalry, because I don't want to get Kaiju'd, and Anti-Spell. Anti-Spell plus the board you make is pretty much GG from there. Rivalry is so I don't get Kaiju. And I side this because I main Crossout. So like I said, I don't want any reasons for my stuff to not go off. So Crossout kills this deck, Ash kills this deck, Imperm kills this deck, Nib kills this deck. And I'm siding all of those, plus I'm maining Crossout. So that's my logic behind it. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.